Hello?
Hi there. What can I help you with today?
So I'm brand new to make.com and I'm looking for some help on creating a new scenario. Can you give me a hand with that?
Sure, I can help with that. Are you looking to create a new scenario from scratch, or are you hoping to use a template?
I want to just build something really basic from scratch.
Okay, let's create a new scenario from scratch then. To start, click the plus create a new scenario button in the top right of the screen. Then, you should see a pop-up asking you to select the starting module.
This is rossibytes.
Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, 2025, and I wanted to start the new year out with checking out a new AI capability that I came across recently. This is Google's AI Studio using the Gemini 2.0 Flash experimental model. And I wanted to walk through a really cool use case with this new model. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to aistudio.google.com. And when you land on this page, you have a bunch of options over here on the left. For this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and click on Stream Real-Time. And you'll see that this is called the Multimodal Live API. And what this is going to do is it uses the Google Gemini model, but it's able to analyze all kinds of things, whether it's text, whether it's images, whether it's video. And I know what you're thinking. We can do all this stuff with other models as well. The difference here is that this is going to change, in my opinion, the entire space of creating like tutorials for software products and such. So I'm going to show you why I think that right now. Okay, so to start out, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the menu on the left-hand side and select Stream Real-Time. And you'll see that we're using the Multimodal Live API. And so what this is going to do is allow the Gemini model to interact with us in a real-time fashion. And we can do this with a bunch of different ways. We can talk to it, we can show it something, we can share our screen. In this example, I'm going to share the screen. Now, as soon as I start sharing the screen, the model is going to start listening to what we're asking it, and it's going to start looking at what we're asking it to look at. So from this point forward, once I click the icon down here in the bottom, I'm going to be interacting with the model itself. So I'm going to take a break from doing commentary until after we're done with the demonstration. So we're going to start out by coming down here, and I'm going to select a video source. And then I'm going to choose my screen, and I'm going to choose to share my entire screen. As soon as I select screen, the dialog is going to start with the model. Hello?
Hi there. What can I help you with today?
So I'm brand new to make.com, and I'm looking for some help on creating a new scenario. Can you give me a hand with that?
Sure, I can help with that. Are you looking to create a new scenario from scratch, or are you hoping to use a template?
I want to just build something really basic from scratch.
Okay, let's create a new scenario from scratch then. To start, click the plus create a new scenario button in the top right of the screen. Then, you should see a pop-up asking you to select the starting module. What would you like to use as the starting module for your new scenario?
Well, I just typed in RSS because I'm looking to basically load an RSS feed and then extract the text from one of the articles in the feed so that I can see what the text of the article is alone.
Okay, that makes sense. You're looking to load an RSS feed, then extract the text from one of the articles in the feed. Since you've typed in RSS, you can select either Watch RSS Feed Items or Retrieve RSS Feed Items. Which of the two options would you prefer?
I'm going to select Watch RSS Feed Items.
All right, you've selected Watch RSS Feed Items as the starting module. Now you will need to paste the URL of the RSS feed into the URL field. Do you have the URL ready to paste?
I don't. Can you give me a sample URL that is actually an RSS feed?
I don't have the ability to access external websites, so I cannot provide you with a live example of an RSS feed URL. However, a quick search on your web browser for sample RSS feed URL should return many valid options. Would you like me to help you with the next steps after you've found a feed URL and entered it?
Okay, so I've pasted an RSS feed into the URL box. So now what do I do?
Great. Now that you've pasted the RSS feed URL, you can click the OK button at the bottom right of the pop-up window. This should close the module configuration window, and you will see a circle with the number 1 inside it connected to the RSS module that you just configured. What would you like the next module to be?
Well, I want to take one of the articles from the RSS feed, and I want to extract the text from that article.
Okay, it looks like the next step is to choose how the RSS feed will be processed. So you have the option to select from now on, RSS feed items from after a
Yeah, so
specific
I
date.
want to just do all RSS feed items. So do I just click this radio button here?
Yes, you've got it. Select the All RSS Feed Items radio button, and then click the OK button on the bottom right, and we can move on to the next module. Do you have an idea for which module you would like to use next?
I just want to browse the URL and extract the text from that URL.
Okay, it sounds like you want to get the content from a specific URL from the RSS feed. To do that, you can use the HTTP module. Would you like me to show you how to add that next module?
Yes, please.
Okay, to add the HTTP module, click the ++ icon that is to the right of the RSS module. That should bring up the module selection pop-up. Then, search for HTTP in the search bar. Once you find it, click on it, and then I can explain the next step.
What am I searching for?
You will want to search for HTTP. It should appear in the pop-up, and then you can click it. After that, we can configure it.
Okay, so I clicked on that. What do I need to select now?
You want to choose the Get a File option in the HTTP module. That will allow you to retrieve the content from the URL you will specify. After that, I can assist with the next steps.
Okay, so I went ahead and selected that. So now what do I do?
Now you need to specify the URL of the web page you want to get the content from. This URL will come from the RSS feed items. After you specify the URL, you can click OK, and we can continue on to the next step. Would you like me to help you figure out how to use the URL from the RSS feed in this step?
Absolutely.
Okay, when you click on the URL field in the HTTP module, a panel will open up with a list of variables. These are the outputs from the previous modules. You'll want to find the variable for the URL from the RSS module. Once you find that, you can click on it, and that should automatically populate the field with the URL from your RSS feed. After you do that, you can click OK. Do you see those options in the panel?
Do you see those options on my screen?
Yes, I do see those options. In the RSS module panel
Okay,
on the
so
left,
as you instructed, I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. So now,
Great.
now what
that
do I
you've
do?
configured- Now that you have set up the RSS and HTTP modules, you will want to add a module that will extract the text from the retrieved web page. This will be done using the HTML module. Would you like me to show you how to add that?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and click the plus because that's what we did before.
Great. Now you can type HTML into the search bar and then select the HTML module once it appears. After that,
Yeah,
we can
I don't
work on
see
configuring it.
HTML isn't bringing anything up. I do see text parser. Would I maybe use something like that?
Yes, the text parser module will work for this scenario. Please select that module, and I can explain the next step.
Okay, so I selected that. What do I do now? Okay, so I'm not sure if there's a limitation on how much I can use at one time with a free account, but the conversation has stopped at this point. But what I wanted to show is if we come back over to the Stream Real-Time window here in the Google AI Studio, you'll see the entire conversation that I have had with the Gemini model. And you'll see what it's doing is it's actually creating video snippets and audio snippets for the entire conversation. And it's also providing text of what the Gemini model responded with for the questions that I was asking. So that's pretty cool. And you can see that it was actually helpful in instructing me. It was actually looking at what was on my screen in real time and giving me steps on how to build something out using a software that I theoretically have never used before. So it's pretty cool that we can actually do things like that now with these models. What I'm going to do now is see if I start a new stream, if I can pick up on this conversation. I don't think I can append to this existing conversation here, but what I'm going to do is say, you've helped me previously with setting this up, but I want to now work on just extracting the text from my HTML. So we'll see if it can actually help me with that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. I had to start a new real-time stream here, but we're going to see if it can help pick up on the conversation where we left off. Hey, you there?
Yes, I'm here. How can I help?
So you previously helped me build out this scenario in a different conversation, and where we left off was we added a text parser module. And to remind you, I'm trying to take an article from an RSS feed, then extract the HTML from it, and then extract plain text from that HTML. So we've added this module here, but what do I do next?
Okay, it looks like you're trying to extract text from an RSS feed by using a text parser. To help you decide what to do next, what is your goal with this data?
I just want to take the text from the article and have the plain text from the HTML that we're using this HTTP module for, just get the plain text from it.
I see, so you want to extract the plain text from the HTML of the article. You have already added a text parser module for that. Have you tried running it to see if it is extracting the text correctly?
No, but if I look at it, how do I define what I want to put in this box here?
Okay, you are asking how to define what HTML to parse in the text parser module.
Correct.
In that box. Okay, in that box, you'll want to enter the HTML content that you want to convert into plain text. Since you're getting that HTML from the previous HTTP module, you'll need to reference that module's output. Do you know how to do that?
No, but if I look here, I see a bunch of blue objects. One of them is data, file name, etc. Which one do I want to pick?
You will want to select the blue object named data from the HTTP module.
Okay, so I selected that and I clicked OK. Now, how do I test this to see if it's actually working?
Now that you've selected the data for the text parser, you can run the scenario by using the Run Once button in the bottom left corner. This should show you if the text parser is working as expected.
Okay, I'm getting this message on the screen. Can I still run this, or do I need to do something?
The message says, a transformer should not be the last module in the route, but it also provides a Run Anyway option. You can select Run Anyway to proceed with your test run, but it may not work exactly how you expect.
Okay, so I ran this scenario, and I see that there is a bubble above the text parser with the number 1. How do I view the text that it parsed?
The bubble above the text parser module indicates that it has successfully run. To view the text it has parsed, click on the text parser module.
Okay, so I clicked on that bubble, and I see a panel that's opened up. How do I view the actual text?
I see. Now you want to view the actual text. In the panel that opened up, look for the Output section. Underneath that, you should see a Text option. That is where the plain text is stored after the HTML to text transformation.
Okay, so I see a lot of text here. Okay, can you read me the text that I've highlighted on the screen?
The highlighted text says, "The global story, the undercover rebels in Myanmar's military. BBC investigation reveals the resistance movement's secret weapon. 26 minutes."
So as you can see, this technology is not perfect, but this is a beta, and it's just really cool to see what you can do using the real-time multimodal APIs. One of the other things I've noticed too is that if you come back over to the AI Studio page, there is also a prompt gallery here to give you ideas of how you could use this model in other ways. So if we click on this, you can see things like identifying speakers within audio. You can provide it video and then ask it questions about details in a video. All kinds of crazy things here. So check it out. Let me know what you think. If you found this content useful, please click like and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.
This is Rossibytes.